Yeah.
So it did make sense all the way around. So that's how the name Daddy Freeze stuck. Now I started preaching the gospel. Then another drama came. How can his name be Daddy Freeze? Eh? Blah, 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 blah. But I was like, look, I did not change this name because of the radio. I did not change this name for everything. The name found me and stuck with me. I'm not going to change it now. Forget about my name. Is what I'm saying making sense? If it's making sense, listen to my words, ignore my name. It's not that serious. So that's more or less the story of how um, I became Daddy Freeze. I hope I've answered. I've not answered this on the radio directly, but since I'm on a new radio station, I might as well oblige our listeners and answer any question that they want me to answer, more or less.
It's okay. More messages. Good evening, Daddy Freeze and Ada. My name is Shola from Miles 12. The way Nigerians are taking this COVID-19 with levity is becoming so alarming. I am very scared of my environment. Right here in Miles 12, no change at all. People are going about their normal lives as if there is nothing like lockdown. I'm doing my best here to convince my neighbors that this virus is real, but they keep insisting that there is nothing like coronavirus in Nigeria. I am trying my best to keep my family safe. I am worried, so worried. Whenever I tell them it is real, they'll ask me to abstain that Saturday. God help us.
I'm worried about these people that still think, with all the glaring evidence in
They
front
don't see
of
that the
them,
vaccine is not really the problem. It's the fact that people still don't believe that the
they don't
virus
even
that
believe
caused
that
the
this thing
coronavirus
exists.
exists.
First of all, vaccine is far. Is it not what you believe that you exist, that you are collecting vaccine for?
True.
And this is the point where we need our. You see, I'm sounding like I'm contradicting myself. This is the point where we need our religious leaders to come out, and instead of them preaching conspiracy theories, they should actually use their platforms to enlighten the people. This is that time. You understand what I'm saying? Muslim and Christian and traditional. This is the time when the religious leaders need to tell people that this disease is real. Now, has the government had forums where they've taken top Nigerian clerics of Christianity and Islam and had conferences with them and shown them that, look, this thing is real and we all need to be of the same one voice? I think that's a suggestion that the government should try. Because right now, it's like our religious leaders are not happy with the government because they are not allowing them to go about their business. They've closed their companies. So they're not particularly happy. So a few of them are speaking. There were some like 15 imams arrested in one of the northern states for holding Jumat service. So this is not a Christian thing. This is a religion thing. This is the time when, if we cannot use our religious beliefs to actually help this pandemic, then we might as well just push them aside this period and bring them back once this is sorted. I believe religion can play a very important role in the dissemination of information and might help with understanding, because people trust their religious leaders. And this is that time when religious leaders also spoke to their people who trusted them and informed them. You've not seen Christ before, but you believe he exists. Same thing with coronavirus. You've not seen the virus before, but it exists. You've heard about the prophets in the Quran and in the Bible. You never met any of them. It's not like somebody told you that Moses came. Moses, they stay Yanokpaja. You don't know Moses. That guy will be long baby. He did Yanok. No. But you believe in all these people. You believe in the stories that were written 2,000 years ago. Why can't you believe in something that's killing people in your own state, in your own country? killing black people across the world. If you say it's not true, what about the black people dying in America? And the Americans were very sentimental. I hate to divert, but we also need to talk about that. 45,000 people have died so far. The American formula, the British formula are not working. Allowing people to just stroll around up and down, believing that they can keep social distance. It didn't work in the US, it didn't work in Europe. It's not going to work in Nigeria. Like the first caller suggested, we need a total lockdown. People need to sit in their houses for 2 straight weeks, and it must be enforced. If they want, they can bring out the military and enforce it. Get people to sit down. Because there's no way we're going to beat this. The democratic countries didn't beat this. The casualties were alarming. Right now, 17,000 dead in the UK, and the numbers are still rising. So that social distancing, you can go and jog when you want, but just stay far away. It's not working. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You can't jog. Sit in your house. And if you tell them, what are we going to eat? What are we going to eat? What are we going to eat? You see, our situation is peculiar because our political leaders also failed us. The oil is selling max $11 or $12 a barrel. What is that? We didn't build our budget or create our budget or work out our budget on $12 a barrel of oil. That's not, we can't work with that. So we don't have much money. Now, all the money all these people stole, all these corrupt people, if they bring all the money together now, I don't believe in sharing money for people, because once you share the first time, you share the second time, then that money runs out totally. You don't even have that money anymore. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. Somebody is saying those numbers are inflated, is what they're trying to say on my social media. Those numbers are not inflated. We're talking about the UK and the US. You can say China is inflating or Nigeria is inflating. Guys, calm down. You are not helping. You are part of the problem. If you're not letting people realize the enormity of this pandemic, you are part of the problem. People need to realize that there is a monster out there. T-Rex is biting people, is cutting their head. People need to realize this. Anyway, what do I know?
Okay. I'll be taking more messages and, of course, more phone calls after this. Keep it locked, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Somebody saying 10,000 people were added to the American dead. I don't believe that. Even if they added 10,000 people to the American dead, is 35,000 people not enough to scare you? You know, this thing tires me. It tires me. It tires me too much. Whew. So we're waiting for them to call us back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. That is the radio station that I work with. God bless you all. I hope these are our brothers and sisters, because I just saw H2G Films going live again. I hope they are not back to this, their good behavior. Okay, they are not going. Oh, they are live. Oh, and it's back to the same. Wow. So this thing is now nightly. Oh, God. I just saw the thing pop up. I'm like, okay, let me mind my business. Guys, we need to take care of. Is this all we do now? Is this with the free, with the available internet and the fact that people are home watching, is live shows the best we can give them?
Welcome back, 99.3 Nigeria A4, and this is still Life and Dangerous with Daddy Freeze.
Yes, and I'm right here. Ada?
So, do we take more messages?
Yeah. Or do you have anything you want to
Okay.
say?
Good evening, Daddy Freeze. The way we are going in the country with religion, only God will help us. Religion is destroying Nigeria. Autopsy of those people must be taken to sustain the curse of the dead. Hi, Daddy Freeze. Thank you for being a blessing to our generation.
Woo!
He's asking for airtime. Kindly help me with airtime, please. And then he added his phone number.
Come. We can't help everybody like this, so we too are at home. It's not easy like that. Bros, God bless you. We love you. Don't worry, we'll find something for you later. Not now.
Okay, we don't want them to test the vaccine in Africa. They should test it in other countries. If it comes out well, then they can bring it to Africa. I won't lie, I am very scared.
You don't need to be scared. You see, they're already testing this vaccine in other countries. You don't need to be scared. They must test it in Africa as well. It is not going to be safe for you if the vaccine was tested in Europe, in Asia, in America, and not in Africa. It can never be safe. We are exposed to different levels of pathogens. We're exposed to different diseases. We live in bigger. We live more closely with one another. So the effects of a communicable disease in Europe and in Africa are two different things. We must be tested. They must carry out tests in Africa. It's must. Now, I would have said they shouldn't start with Africa. They're not starting with Africa. Switzerland has started. The UK is starting tomorrow. The US has started. France has started. China has started. So what's wrong with us? Why are we all of a sudden the guinea pigs? If all the other countries have started and they are not guinea pigs, then it is awesome. We just like to make nonsense mountains out of molehills. Please, they should throw away those sentiments.
Okay. More messages? The Kano State government repeated the truth that 150 people died of strange illnesses. Strange illnesses is the... what are you trying to say? The Punch newspaper? Okay, I think you're trying to say the Kano State government repeated dead rumors that 150 people died of strange illnesses. Source is the Punch newspaper by Alex.
Hold on, Ada, I want to address this particular nonsense theory that has been going around. It's all about having a healthy immune system. Stay healthy. Be cautious so your body can fight the virus. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we've been on for more than an hour. Usually it works like that. I think I need to address that nonsense and I want to address it. Okay, yes, we're on for exactly an hour, so it cuts us off after every hour. Let me just send that to her. Cut us off after 1 hour. Waiting for your call back. Because that's something I want to address on the radio. Let me try to see if I can call her just in case she doesn't know that the line has cut off and she's there doing Daddy Freeze, hello, 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 hello. I need to address this particular nonsense. Let me even pin the tweet so y'all can see it. Like play, it's already 1 hour. Okay. sure she'll see my missed call and call me back. So let me address it here. It's all about having a healthy immune system. Vaccine is the only solution, not healthy immune system. Stop spreading this nonsense. Someone that has diabetes cannot have a healthy immune system. Somebody with kidney disease cannot have a healthy immune system. Somebody with liver problems or heart problems or high blood pressure would struggle to have a healthy immune system. A woman that just gave birth will struggle to have a healthy immune system. So with this buffoonery of having a healthy immune system would only work for a fraction of the people. Yes, take vitamins. Yes, eat fruit. Yes, eat healthy. But do you know how long it takes to build a healthy immune system? You think you can start building your immune system on Monday and it will be ready by Friday? That's absolute nonsense. Stop spreading those rumors. Build your immune system on the side. What you need is a vaccine, and you all need to accept this. When you go from Nigeria to Kenya and tell them you have a healthy immune system, see whether they will not send you back at the port. Tell them you don't need a vaccine. You don't need yellow fever vaccine. You have a healthy immune system. See whether they will not send you back. We're just being unnecessarily unrealistic and unnecessarily sentimental, and it's taking us nowhere. Please. So I don't want to hear all this build your immune system nonsense. That makes absolutely no sense at all. I hope I've addressed it. Say you should build your immune system. Like immune system is here's this one. This Sunday Sky Leo. Before I block him, let me show him how unthinking he is. Maybe you should volunteer your village or town for the first vaccine texting ground. He doesn't even know how to write English. This is somebody's son. A failure. The parents failed. He's also a failure. Maybe you should volunteer your town or village for the first vaccine texting ground, when all he does from morning to night is to text. How will he have sense? After then we can accept it in our land. Let's go that way first. Obviously, you are an unlettered, unscholarly, unintellectual person who is bereft of sense and who shouldn't be holding a smartphone, because I see it as a disservice to humanity that a human being will hold a device that's more intelligent than he is. So please do yourself a favor and throw that thing in your hand away. It will put you in a lot of trouble, because all you do is texting. And obviously, the fact that you are so unschooled, untutored, unlettered is just showing. Now, woman born you now, they do naming ceremony for you. Why you can't they do like goat picking where they just born anyhow? No be person born you. This comment you made, if your villager stumble upon it, do you think they'll be proud of you? So please, please, please. From there, don't block and make it just the carrying while they go. I should go and bring my villagers to test it. Anywhere they bring it to, if my villagers are there, let them test it on them. If it is us that is there, to let them test it. Before a vaccine is ready for human trials, it will have gone far. Now telling me you want to build the immune system. Go and build it now. You think you can build the immune system in the gym? You think immune system is something you build in the gym? Go and build your immune system. That's what you need. Yes, building your immune system would help. But if you have a kidney problem, You can't build your immune system quickly. If you have diabetes, you can't build your immune system. Forget it. If vaccines are available in 2 weeks, go and take them. Forget what your vaccines can't be available in 2 weeks because they've not tested them in Africa. They need to come and test them on these people. Ada, my darling, we cut off after 1 hour, so I'm waiting for you to call me back.
I've been trying to. It's showing connected here.
The phone is on. I'm here waiting for you. I even tried to call you.
Like I haven't queued you in. Even it's connected.
It didn't ring here.
Wow.
Cut and call me back.
All right.
All right. Airtel. Airtel, when I want on to Watertel. How did they go? They call my number, the number no go, they go. I go report Airtel. Airtel don't they suffer me, they come, no be today. Airtel don't they suffer, I don't they talk this thing, they come. Airtel don't they suffer me, they come. I go complain, no. I literally had to reboot the phone. And see the phone, it's not a yeah phone, it's a better phone, it's the network that has problem. Someone is telling me, advise people to work on their immune system, even if it takes years to be fit. Yes, but how does that make sense? When the virus is hitting town now, they are collecting here, collecting there, collecting there. The immune system that will take you 1 year, will you be alive 1 year there? Line connected, yes. Yes. Connected. Okay. Bless you. Okay, so. All right, so we're waiting for her. Someone said, what happened to Swift? He's mobile. We are calling on the phone.
99.3 Nigeria info. Welcome back.
Yep.
Hello, Daddy Free.
I'm right here.
Okay.
We were just before we're cut off. I was about to address something.
Okay, please go on.
The fact that people are saying that we need to build our immune systems. It takes years, months, weeks to build your immune system. The lockdown is now. We cannot wait for your immune system that will be built up in 6 months, for a lockdown that is happening now, for a pandemic that is hitting our shores at this present moment. And people who have diabetes, people who have hypertension find it difficult to build their immune system, especially diabetes. So we've got to be very careful with that. We've got to be very careful with that. We've got to be very careful with what we're selling to people as our ideologies. Vaccine trials have started. The only thing that can save us is not immune system, is vaccine. Because if you have a good immune system, it doesn't mean you cannot pass it to your mother who has a weak immune system. What about people suffering from cancer, people undergoing chemotherapy? How do they build their immune system when they are going through radiotherapy or chemotherapy? It's like, don't people think? What about people who have HIV/AIDS? What about people who are on immunosuppressive drugs? We can't just come up with all these ideologies that work for 20% of the population or 30% of the population, and then the remaining population, because you don't want to collect vaccine. Next time, I keep saying, next time you want to go to South Africa or Kenya, and they say, where's your yellow fever vaccination card? Tell them you don't need it, that you have a strong immune system, and see whether they will let you cross the border. I don't know why we're being unnecessarily and in a very foolish way being sentimental over this. Germany is doing trials for vaccine now. Switzerland is doing trials for vaccine now. UK is starting tomorrow. 800 people died in the UK within the last 24 hours. We need them to start trying the vaccine in Nigeria and in Africa now. Stop listening to your pastors that are telling you the vaccine is 666. If they knew better, they will be the ones on the forefront. They will have developed the vaccine for us. Are all the temples not closed? People from closed temple are telling you what to do. When the ones that know how to handle a pandemic are running around trying to get a vaccine. You people should wake up. Immune systems are not built in a heartbeat. It takes a while. Yes, build your immune system. I'm all for it. I have what do they call them? Health supplements that I take every day that build immune system. But how do I know my immune system is built up? I try, but I know that that's not the. It's gonna help, but that's not the solution. Because if you're diabetic or you're on chemotherapy or your immune system is compromised by one thing or the other, you will not be able to build an immune system in time for this vaccine, for this pandemic. So that's not a working formula. So Ada, let's take more.
I am really surprised at the level of strange death reported in Kano. But what's more amazing is the governor of Kano State denies such strange deaths and instead of setting up a committee to investigate these sudden large deaths. Gabriel Omba.
Wow. 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 Ada,
Yes,
you know what's more surprising?
what is?
Another set of clowns that are saying we don't need a vaccine, our herbs are good enough. Herbs for a disease you don't understand. Have your herbs cured HIV? Have your herbs cured cancer? Were your herbs able to cure Ebola? Congo, that the Ebola is ravaging. Don't they have herbs? Please, 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 let's stop with all this nonsense. Herbs core. Herbal knee. Which herbs? HIV/AIDS that has ravaged Africa up till now. Has there been any herbal solution that works? Please stop it. What we need is vaccine. If you cannot give me any idea that's better than this vaccine, it's vaccine for now. Let them develop it and let them come and test it in Africa. Finish. Argument is not there again. If herbs are working, why are your pastors carrying their family members abroad for chemotherapy? Why are your politicians flying abroad for treatment and checkup? If your herbs are working, you think your politicians do not have the access to the best herbalists in the country? There's no argument our agbo will work until you show me the HIV that we've had for the last 30 years. The agbo that could not cure pneumonia. Until penicillin was discovered, pneumonia was a terminal disease. And this is a virus that, it's not like a virus that's been around for 20 years and the herbalists have studied and the herbalists know that this part. Right now, if they have any agbo for COVID-19, it will work for some people, it will not work for others. It's trial and error. Oshe koshe. Must we always be like rewires in this country? Have you ever seen a rewire working? A wire, we peel 4 wires, we test this wire to see if there's light there, test this wire to see if there's light there, test it. Meanwhile, if you took the car to the factory, they'll just plug the car in, run diagnostics on the car, and tell you exactly where the problem is. But rewire will cut this wire, tape it back, cut this wire, tape it back, cut this wire, tape it back, looking for the solution to the problem. Agboko, Ibani. Please, 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 let's take more comments.
Good day, Nigeria Info. John Bravo from Yabo. I asked the government of Kano State a mandatory autopsy and post-mortem examination to determine the cause of the death before concluding that it is COVID-19. God bless Nigeria. The thing is, they have not even, stated that it's COVID-19.
Yeah, they haven't stated that it's COVID-19, but guess what? They've also not stated that it's not. So we're stuck right now in the middle of a dilemma. One guy on my social media is saying like I've taken bribe. So anybody that has sense in this country has taken bribe, Abi. I took bribe to collect brain. Go and pay that bribe and go and take that bribe. Let them give you brain too. Agbo will not work. Immune system will not work. You think you can build immune system like the what is it called? The Oyinbo people that some of them are vegans and they don't eat anything that was born and they are still dying. Your agbo that has not cured HIV, that has not cured cancer. You want to now use it to cure something that is more dangerous and more scary than HIV and cancer. Something that flies in the air for 3 hours. Something that can stay on surfaces for more than 1 day. Aba, your herbalist no work. Make all of them dey inside lockdown. They don't know anything. No be herbalist matter be this one. Can we take a couple of phone calls?
Okay. 0700 993 993 993.
George Malik, they should come and test the vaccine at your home. Yes. And on your mother too. Allah in the room.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Remy.
Hi Remy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Daddy Free. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, yeah. I'm in support of the vaccine.
Yes, sir.
And I think the earlier we get it, the better.
The better.
Yeah. Because I don't believe we can have the total lockdown. Our reality is different from other social clients, which we all know. We have the people which the government has failed.
But my dear brother, the same people that don't want lockdown also don't want vaccine. So it's like something is wrong with our head in this part of the country. It's like somebody used our pants to buy Benz. Not just individually, but as a whole nation, because we are not thinking. Somebody is saying they should use agbo jedi to cure coronavirus. Like that's how it works.
The vaccine is the only way out, which I think is the best option for now. Because I think I heard that she would have loved if people.
One Mumu said, why are there no vaccine for cancer and HIV? There are vaccines for some type. There's vaccine for HPV, human papilloma virus, that causes cervical cancer in women. There's a vaccine for it. Stop. I'm blocking you because you are an illiterate. Caesar excellence. You be Caesar Olodo. Make I block you.
After what is it called? Hospital for themselves. They have nothing to eat. You might choose not to agree that hunger isn't all there is to life, but you cannot tell someone who's hungry not to act. Basically, you are in a studio. You are being catered for. At the end of the month, you get paid, get your salary. But there are people out there who have lost their jobs, who are yet to know where the next food is coming from. They have their kids in their homes, and you want them to sit down and tell their kids not to cry, to wait for 2 straight weeks when they have nothing to eat. How realistic is that? Let's be realistic here.
My dear brother, I understand that it doesn't sound realistic, but there's no other way around. If we had a vaccine now.
People should stay back as well. I don't know if you read what the organization said today.
No, I maybe. Yes. I read that. And the hunger is coming not just from the vaccine or from people sitting at home, from the fact that Nigeria has just oil. And oil prices at an all-time low. Oil prices retailed at a point for less than $1, $0 safe.
And we are doing nothing now. Agricultural sector presently now is on lockdown as well too.
Now, you see, Nigeria, there was something I was trying to say, my brother. The Nigerian problem is peculiar. Our agricultural system failed not just because of oil. Oil is a major contributing force. Nobody wants to be in the village farming when they can be in the city with shirt and tie, driving inside AC car, going to oil company to work. But let's also remember the Fulani herdsman. That also affected us.
We have lots of problems on ground, which the government has failed to deal with. And okay, we are talking about people not taking this thing so serious. Just this weekend, both the federal government and the NCC, who made the rules, broke the rules, and sold out on national TV.
No, you are a genius. These are the kind of callers I want to be talking to. That is our problem right there. And it is also a religious problem, do you know? Because they had to come and hold a religious prayer for the burial.
So, someone who was skeptical before or who was ill-informed about the virus can just say to yourself, what do you know about the virus? Because if an elite could be taken away by the virus and there are people who are at burial, not observing the social distancing rules, then the thing is able to consider itself. A day after one of the public officials who was there, who was asked to admit himself, went for a public meeting as well. I'm talking about the SDF. So people get to see that they can really tell you how real is this thing. So our leaders are not getting things right. You can make the followers for all you like, but those leading us are not really.
You are absolutely right. Where I would like to disagree with you is the blame has to be shared equally between the leaders and the followers. Like I said 2 days ago, the leaders you have today were elected or selected by actions or inactions of our parents. Where are our Nelson Mandelas? Where are our Martin Luther Kings? Where are Malcolm X's and our Rosa Parks? Where are they? Our parents were afraid. They sat down. They gave them gari. They gave them granite. They voted. We are in the mess today.
We have a system that's been created by the head of elite. That's a system. You might choose not to agree. Presently, you and I can't go on the street to protest. You and I know that.
I agree with you.
We can protest, but we know we can't protest because the government has the security agencies at the push of their finger. If you choose to protest, they order them to go after you. So there is a system that's structured to fail the people. If I choose not to vote the wrong person into power, they have a system that brings them in. I might choose not to go to the polling unit to scatter the polling boxes, but they have their agents. They have the switch they use. So there is a system. The problem is systemic. Let's look at it, for example.
Word. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So it is system until the system is being fixed. You might choose to say we should have a change of heart. But when the system renews, even if they go under rehabilitation, they will still come back to point zero because the system is there to make it function in a particular manner. So it is systemic until that system is being changed. They might choose to keep preaching, repent and all that, but the system still enables people to be corrupt, to work in a particular manner.
I agree.
Cameras in third countries. It is not because the people are well behaved. It's to monitor them. And people knew once they are being caught, there is a punishment for that. So they tend to behave based on the system they have there. Not that because they are supernatural. There is a system. There are 20 countries where they break the law. So it is a system. But to fix the system, we might
I agree with you to a large extent. Thank you so much for that call. It was wonderful talking to you, and that was some good contribution from you, my brother. Do have a very blessed evening.
Okay, but before we go on, he's saying that he's disagreeing with me that people should not come out and all. People should come out, and I feel that we just need to adhere. I understand that it's hard. I mean, I am not being sensitive here. I totally understand, but
We need to
I don't
obey the rules, Ada.
I don't
There's
feel
no
that
way
this is hard
around
because
it.
the only way, like, look at our health system. We can't even boast of that. The only way we can actually help this is by staying at home.
Look at the first caller who called us today before anybody else joined. Unfortunately, no one else had joined at that time. He said in his area, people are behaving like nothing is happening.
You get that's why I actually said that. If you see that there are more than 5, 10 people and they are not observing the social distancing and nothing is really going on there, they just want to like
You
talk.
know, the funny thing is, Nigerians understand hard measures. If 3 or 4 people die in their families, they will now wake up. But by then it's too late because they don't know who else has the virus, and they are now going to start overreacting, like drinking salt and water like they were doing during the Ebola pandemic. Sad.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze and Adam. My name is Drexy from Pessac. We live discipline and love in this country. The government also is lying to us. But we just pray God protect us. Well done, Daddy Freeze. God bless you all.
God bless you too.
Total lockdown is needed. We need to
Needed though.
enforce the lockdown for about 4 to 6 weeks. Mm. You see this violation? Okay, you see, this violation of the lockdown is very true. As this is even at an alarming rate. Even places where security personnel have been deployed to curb the movement. To the extent that security personnel collect money from motorists in order for them to be able to walk freely. And when there are motorists, people will surely move around. Emmanuel from the concern.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Talk session, Papa. Many people are not taking this virus seriously.
Absolutely.
Okay, you mean our religious leaders can speak to the people and they will believe them more.
I
Most of them
suggested
are
this
not
at the
happy.
beginning.
Most of them are not happy about the lockdown, so they are quiet. You need to see the hold up in one of the streets of Apapa this evening. I tried to snap it from my house because I was not there and send it to your WhatsApp, but my battery went off. Good evening, Gary Canada. My name is Tomiwa. I am wondering why Nigerians don't believe things until it happened to them or their family members. And it's our leaders are the curse, most of the curse. Okay. Nothing is
Our
said about
leaders
them.
too did not try. Let's also give it to them. They too not try. But you see, in all fairness, our leaders were elected by us. We never talked. We just sat down and managed. We're used to managing situations. I don't know how, because, we don't, do we refine petrol in Nigeria? I don't think we do. I think we export and bring back. So very soon, it's going to be counterproductive if we're selling oil at 12 naira, I mean $12 a barrel. How much does it take to round trip it? That is, take it out, refine it, and bring it back. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. They said there's a famine of biblical proportions looming. I can understand that. And nobody is immune. That's why we all need to be extra careful right now. We need to I'm so glad that they've closed all the unnecessary foolish spending that we used to have: weddings, funerals, birthday parties. You understand? So people can actually conserve their resources. All the unnecessary going out. Everybody don't they sit down for house now. There's so many things that cannot come back for a long time. Things like going to collect a massage. That's not going to happen for a long time. Things like going to sit with other people inside sauna. That's done away with for a while. Hairdressers are going to suffer. Girls are going to barb skin. I'm not even making this up. It's going to be too dangerous for you to have somebody braiding your hair and breathing over your head, unless that person wears double mask and you two wear double mask, because there's no way you can braid somebody's hair 6 feet away and be braiding the hair like this and the person is there. It's not possible. So hairdressing, barbing, my hair done dey full now. I get clipper. I go sit down for floor, use the clipper, cut my hair anyhow it cut. If I cut myself Mr. T haircut, I go manage them until the hair grows again. There's so many things. Of course, things like driving a car to a car wash is still going to work. Going to your mechanic is still going to work, because you can go visit your mechanic and still observe social distancing. But things like sauna, massage, um, hairdressing, I'm gonna go learn to fix hair, or when I go learn to barb hair. There are so many YouTube tutorials where you see even girls are showing you how to barb their hair. Just run a clipper like this from the back to the front and just skin yourself. Then you can get a wig. That's also going to work. You buy a wig, keep it in the sun for like 2 days, make sure that all the corrosive things on it are gone, and then wear your wig. Cinemas too are not going to work for a while. Nails studios are not also going to work for a while. This is going to be a tough time. Now they're going to be some winners and some losers. Trust me, there are going to be quite a few winners. Online food retailers, online movies like Netflix, like Nevada Bridge TV, our Nigerian version of Netflix, like all these Conga, all those things are going to work and work well. This is their year. Blogs are going to work well. Instablog, Tunde Ednot, Linda Ikeji, they're going to work well this period. Online um, herbal extract sellers and dietary supplement pill sellers, those ones are also going to win. It's a win-win for them this season. Online churches, online houses of worship, online schools and classes, all those things are going to sell. And online classes for DIY and all those things. But before you can get a massage again, just know say that one don't first go first. Your hair, we go fit even understand say you need to do your hair. Nobody needs to massage you, be all right. Buy massaging chair. I even have one that one of my friends was selling. Go and buy massage chair, plug it to light, sit down, let the thing massage your head and your back. You'll be okay. Even groceries have moved online. And please stay at home. Unless you're going to buy essentials, stay at home. Each time you go out, you're committing murder. You're endangering the lives of doctors, nurses, medical personnel, essential services workers, people like those who come and collect refuse. They have to collect your refuse while you are sitting at home. So they're essential services. Policemen, the military, journalists who have to report what's going on. You're endangering their lives by not sitting at home. And if anything happens to them, you will be held responsible. Unless it's absolutely important, you don't need to go out. I don't know how much clearer I can be regarding that. So can we take a couple of phone calls, Ada?
All right, 0700 993 993 993 is the dial. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
I am President.
I love your program.
Okay.
There's something I want to say. And that if there's a question I want to ask that Fritz.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to ask him about this. Who is the that add 10 naira in bread? They add 10 naira in bread, and they have this kind of. They have, I think, they have rice or something else. Which country is that? They add 10 naira in the bread, and they have a kind of riot, something like that.
I haven't heard that story. Please, can you tell us the story?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, do you remember that country?
They put 10 naira in bread.
Yes, they put 10 naira in the bread. That is, it's like a kind of increasement.
Oh. They added there was inflation, so the price of bread increased by the equivalent of like 10 naira.
Thank you. You know, that is kind of country that if Nigerians don't do, that means Nigerians will do.
Some people are saying it's Tunisia, some people are saying it's Egypt.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you clearly, sir.
Okay, can you hear me clearly? Okay. I say Nigerian youth. Because the kind of thing that is I'm seeing in this country baffles me. Okay, now look at 1 million boys everywhere. Look at that. We are not sleeping. We are outside.
What area are you in, sir?
Okay. The area that I'm going right now is about what our government they are doing.
No, I'm saying what part of Lagos? I mean, what part of Lagos are you at?
Okay, I'm in satellite.
Okay.
Satellite. That is what they call it, the Jacob side.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying now, if that's what they call it, 1 million boys are if they can gather themselves, like look at how they bought two people's house, and the place they are going is really just two people home. They can know why can't them go to the rich one's house? This is our position. I'm talking to their house and and showcase their anger. Not going to the people that you know that they are even suffering just like you. And you are going to their house and they collecting what belongs to them. Why can't them gather themselves together and go one of all this our business? I mean our position. They will see the kind of hunger that they have invested into the capture Nigerians, they capture Nigerians, poor Nigerians. This is Nigeria with hunger and poverty. You will see a man with I don't know how many billions in their account, and a common Nigerian cannot even eat garri. Cannot even drink garri, ordinary garri. Look at, I need to sell one of my property for this lockdown for me to eat. I need to sell my property. I don't have anybody that I will call. I don't have anybody that I will say, give me. You know, I need to sell my property.
Wow.
I don't even think this is over. It's not over yet. So if what I'm saying, if all of us we bring ourselves out, begin to go one of these old people house, go into their house, vandalize their house, and they will know that yes, we are serious. They will know that these people are no longer maybe they think they are. That they say they went to one of a school in first time the other day. I said, yes, first time.
Yes.
I start crying. Government school, I start crying. No teacher, children was running up and down, going up and down. Then the phrase, I went into their toilet and begin to weep. Everywhere. I see these people with constant disease. People, a whole sack. I'm not talking about it, inside sack. I say, wow, it's that where children come and poo? Is it where I don't know. I'm tired. I'm chop of words. I don't know what to say. I don't know what, I'm tired. I don't know what to say anymore. But what I'm saying, let's go help us.
Amen.
Help us in this country.
Amen.
Please, I love you.
Love you too. Love you too, sir. God bless you. Thank you for being wise. Thank you so much for being wise. Ada,
Yes, please.
believe it or not, the Ugandan president made a very beautiful statement earlier on today that I just find so beautiful. He warned against misbehaving during the COVID-19 pandemic. And these are his exact words. He said, God has a lot of work. He has the whole world to look after. He cannot just be here in Uganda looking after idiots. God has a whole world to look after. He cannot just be in Nigeria. Cannot open office in Nigeria to be looking after buffoons who have decided not to use their brains and think. Now, another story right now. The United Nations warns that the coronavirus pandemic would cause global famines of biblical proportions, and it lists Nigeria among countries at risk of famine. Nigeria is at risk of famine, according to the United Nations. Melanie Gates, or what is Bill Gates' wife again? Because Melania Trump.
Melinda Gates.
Melinda, thank you. God bless you. Oh, I said Melania. Melinda Gates said there'll be bodies littered on the streets in Africa. Everybody is seeing this. Our religious leaders are not seeing it. Our politicians are not seeing it. And worst of all, our citizens who are in direct line of fire are not seeing this either. How can everybody be seeing this about us, but we cannot see it about ourselves? Do you know what a biblical proportion famine is? I want to congratulate our leaders, past and present. Ekushe. Sherry Biteboro Nigeria Day. Una see where you reach with Nigeria matter. Our citizens too. People refuse to use your sense. She una don dey see. This year go rugged. I don't talk am down. According to the executive director of the UN World Food Program, David Beasley, in a matter of months, the pandemic will push an additional 130 million to the brink of starvation, and in a worst-case scenario, famines will occur in about 36 countries. According to the UN, 10 out of those 3 countries already have more than 1 million people close to starvation. According to the UN WPF director, Basley, vast food shortages will occur due to factors like conflict, economic recession, a decline in aid, and a collapse in oil prices. All are our problem. Food shortages due to conflict. You see, our parents did not try. They handed over the sentiments of ethnicity and religion that have only helped to divide Nigeria. Religion and tribalism have not united us, they've divided us. We already have these conflicts. Farmers can't farm because of cattle rearers, and the farmers and the cattle rearers are from 2 different parts of the country. It is a problem. There's no other way to look at it. Secondly, there are going to be economic recessions. Look around you. The dollar is above 400 naira. If this is not a recession, I don't know what is. Sorry, if a recession is not looming, I don't know what is. A decline in aid. Of course, when the countries that want to give you aid are themselves in trouble, where are you going to get the aid from? And a collapse in oil prices, which we all saw at the beginning of the week. We saw the lowest ever oil prices, or at least the lowest in recent history. And for the first time, oil dropped below $0 a barrel. Oil was in the minuses. And he said there's also real danger that more people will potentially die from the economic impact of the COVID-19 than from the virus itself, which is absolutely true. If we focus on agriculture, one pastor the other day said he wants to use a land the size of Ibadan to build church. That's when I knew that we don't have sense in this country. Instead of you to use the size of Ibadan to build farms that will produce the food that people will eat, it is church you want us to be building. The 100,000 seater stadiums that we built, 100,000 seater temples we built, of what use are they when the people are dying of hunger? Shouldn't you have been better off if you built factories where the people can go to work after the pandemic? So I think can we take any more calls? Because we have literally 2 minutes, right, at that, but it's up to you.
Okay, let's take at least one more call.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Auntie Adao.
Good evening.
My name is Frank.
Okay, easy, Frank. God bless you.
Okay. I'm enjoying your program.
Thank you very much, sir.
I want to thank you for all the information you have given to us. I want to thank you for educating us. And I want to pray that God will continue to give you more wisdom.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yeah. Ada, I want to thank you for giving me opportunity last 2 Sundays to call on your show.
Okay.
On Sunday morning, which you allowed me to call out my number. I am Eze Frank from Badagry. That's usually best man that comes in. And I told you about my situation of my health. And concerning, I'm married with 4 children. So during this, before this lockdown, I'm under medication. I've been waiting for 1 hospital.
Okay, Oga Frank, because we're running out of time, send a text message to Ada. We'll pick it up from there. Okay?
No problem, sir. No
Whatever
problem.
it is that we can, we'll try to see what we can do to help you. But send us a text message so we can allow another one person to call, and then we round off because we're running out of time on this show. And there's so many people who want to talk about the matter on ground.
Okay. Just do well to send me a WhatsApp message 0809 597 5805. Hello?
Oh, Allah, I'm so happy and good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
You have less than 30 seconds to make
Good
a
evening, sir. Is it me or all our callers tonight are clear? We're not struggling to hear anybody tonight.
Yeah, that is great. My name is Imi. I have been an added listener to you, from the days of Full FM. I see you're doing a very great job. I will tell you, I love what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, please. Keep telling people what they need to hear. I tell people that we are the problem of Nigeria. We are the problem of Nigeria. And the churches, sorry to say, the churches are religious bodies, not just churches.
Not just churches, all the religious bodies are not helping.
There is a big problem Next time you have to because that you call it insane for God's sake. You guys have to meditate on something.
Yes.
Well, quite a lot happens because I don't have to be on the meeting for so long. You're doing a great job at that. You're doing a great job. That is free. I love you guys. Please keep up the good work. Keep preaching. These words you are preaching, okay, we are listening and we are following. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Thank you for that. Ada, any WhatsApp message you need to read so we can round off, even though we're having so much fun on the show? Because I'm glad that we could educate people through this medium. It's 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
My name is Damola from Banana Island, believe in the decrees, and many people don't believe that this is real because even my wife is not believing until the death of Abakiari. So people at rural areas need to be well educated on this. Thank you. I do watch your live Instagram videos that decrees and business. Okay.
Bless you.
So out of time.
Absolutely. So we're going to be on again tomorrow. We still have so much to talk about. We're going to talk about the famine. We're going to go in depth tomorrow. What could be avoided? We're going to run parallel the ideology of Melinda Gates and the UN with regards to the future of Africa and precisely Nigeria. We're going to be talking all about this tomorrow on 99.3 Nigeria Info from 10 p.m. till midnight. So make sure you join us. God bless you. I'm Daddy Freeze, and this is Live and Dangerous with Daddy Freeze on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. We'll do this again tomorrow, and be safe. Okay, the chat.
Whew, that was heavy. Guys, a lot we have to do. We cannot continue the way we've been going. If there's a famine looming, many people will be glad. You don't know what famine is, though. Read Bible, read Bible, read Bible. There were stories of people who ate their own kids. There are stories of people who wanted to eat their last meal and die. Remember the widow with Elijah, the story? They are not nice. So please, let us be careful not to get there. And we can avoid that famine if we sit at home for 2 weeks. If we sit at home, we will avoid the famine, because if we sit at home completely, we cut this curve. We cut this curve. We nip it in the bud. We don't allow it to spread, and then we can get back to our lives. But if we don't sit at home and people start to die and their dead bodies on the street and the oil prices continue to plunge, we are in for it. God bless you all. If you think and if you listen to the instructions of the Almighty God through his genuine prophets. By this, I know what I'm talking about, and wisdom is needed to decipher this. God bless you all. Stay home, stay safe. I don't want what UN is saying or what Melinda Gates is saying to come true. But there's no other way if we continue the way we're doing. We have failed ourselves as a people. Let's not attribute the blame only to our leaders. Let's not forget to give ourselves, instead of that pat on the back, that slap on the back for messing up. This year go rugged, and I don't hear.